Alrighty, good morning, pod race fans, or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. We've got finally another race in the Galactic Pod Racing Tournament for you. I'm Nock, joined here by Mikey Berger.
Hello.
Morning, Mike. Thanks for agreeing to join on such short notice.
Oh, pleasure. I'm always looking forward to seeing these matches.
Yeah, we should have a pretty exciting one today. Paige versus Nacho. This is a knockout match, I believe. These players are both in losers bracket, but in the sort of final stretch of the lower bracket of the tournament.
You'll
I believe
not
the
find
losers
a
here
better
will actually
deal
take the first.
anywhere, I think, huh?
Yeah, losers finals. So yeah, battle for second place or better in this match. And yeah, starting on Fire Mountain Rally as well. So that's a pretty cool first track.
Yeah, pretty bold pick. I was talking to Paige before the match, and she said that they had banned down to Grabvine and Fire Mountain without realizing it.
Yeah, I know that Nacho quite likes to pick this sort of track, and yeah, I don't associate this track so much with Paige, but yeah, it's an interesting first pick for them, I think.
Yeah, we'll see how it pans out. It sounded like Paige was getting pretty good laps in warm-ups at the very least, but this is not the kind of track where you can sort of trust warm-ups to be your baseline.
No, there's warm-ups and warm-ups, and then the race is the race kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, especially on a track this long where anything can go wrong and it can go really, really wrong. Now, these players have both met in tournament before, and I believe Nacho has always taken the upper hand.
Is this the real start now?
This looks like it, yeah. There'll be less of a delay on this first one, just because Watto immediately does the ready. Sync pause, and we look reasonably even. Paige took that first chicane faster, but Nacho took a better line. Actually, still very even. Wow.
Yeah, Nacho missing a little bit of time there with that boost out of the twisty section.
But it looks like he gained a bit by taking the riskier line to the lava. Paige did not.
Well, I was going to say it all means nothing if someone takes a crash, of course. But
Well, yes. Oh, and prophetic.
oh, and speaking of crashes,
I didn't quite see what happened to Paige there, but it looked like she got knocked off the top level and flew into the lava.
yeah, I think that's what happened. I think she hit something as well.
But looks surprisingly close still. Oh, and there goes Nacho. Oh, and he gets the bad respawn.
Did I say something, Goof?
Okay, but Paige still a little bit behind. Let's see what these final lap times are here and get a ballpark. 153 for Nacho, 155 for Paige.
Yeah, I don't know if that was commentator's curse though, Goof, because I was talking negatively there, so don't know if that counts.
The game will take any excuse. It just likes making people explode.
Maybe we should just not commentate on the match. Just say nothing.
You're totally right, yeah. Oh, bad bonk for Nacho. I'll let Paige make up some time. Another one. Taking these hairpins real slow.
Almost hitting the that tree that fell across the track as well.
But Paige ended up with a red engine, so Nacho doesn't actually lose that much time because she had to slow down to repair. been a very dramatic race already out of the gate. I suppose that's what Fire Mountain gives you. Okay, let's see how first shortcut goes for Nacho here. Maybe a big trip-up point.
Yeah, Nacho did pretty well in the first section of the Cheese Land, which is probably the most difficult, I would say, actually.
Paige bonked all the way down to an almost complete stop on the shortcut, just bleeding
Yeah,
even more time.
that was pretty bad. It was almost as bad as a crash, that, yeah.
Whereas Nacho kept pretty high speed going through it. Oh, and Paige explodes on a pillar too.
Yeah, Nacho playing quite aggressively here, actually, I would say.
Yeah, both of these players seem a little aggressive. Paige was talking before the match about how she has trouble getting out of the pushing for best times mindset. You're right, the
Yeah,
Nacho is taking some pretty aggressive lines.
yeah, I mean, a 1:45 second lap's a pretty good time for this track.
Yeah, very respectable, especially with the trouble he got into in the hairpins at the start. Paige is now probably going to need 2 deaths out of Nacho to cash back up.
I think only Paige has crashed so far, right?
Nacho did crash that one time coming out of Cheeseland on lap 1.
So is Nacho just ahead on just pace alone, or...?
Yeah, he has been ahead on pace, and then also Paige has taken an extra death. Another pretty good shortcut for Nacho. He's quickly running out of places to crash.
I don't know, there's always places to crash on this track.
That's true. Okay, very good hairpin, or not hairpin, shortcut for Paige this time as well. Nacho will take it with 5:23.
Yeah, that was a nice Fire Mountain rally from Nacho there.
Yeah, a little trouble on the first lap, but laps 2 and 3 looked very solid.
Interesting. So it's permaban time.
Yeah, we'll see what comes in.
Bumpies from Paige.
Huh. I thought she was practicing that one.
I would have thought something like Gravine Gateway.
Nacho gets rid of Boonta Training, and Paige takes out Ando Mountain Run.
Yeah, Bunter training is what I would expect from Nacho, really. Paige is definitely uh, known to be one of the best players on Bunter training course.
For sure. And Goof actually just called the other one. Nacho's final ban will be Sebulba's Legacy. And the temp ban from Paige is Bullseye Navoir.
Hmm.
Don't know what that could suggest.
Yeah, that's true. I
Nacho,
think Paige has picked Sebulba's Legacy in the past, I think.
and she has been posting times on it. She's gotten her full track time down to like a 150 there. Or possibly better if I've missed something.
We got Malistaire 100 as the temp ban from
Oh,
Nacho.
we're going to the last available Malistaire track on Doug Derby, which is, I believe, another pretty strong Page track.
Yeah, so just straight up Doug Derby then, it would seem.
Yeah, should just be the normal Ben mirror.
Hmm. I think M100 is an interesting temp ban from Nacho. I'm not sure what the idea is on that one.
I think that's just another strong track for Paige. I know that I was scared of her picking it when I had my match against her. She's sort of an amateur circuit specialist, from what I understand, so any track in the amateur circuit should be probably Paige favored. We'll see what they can both do here. Goof is saying that Paige has a much stronger PB here than Nacho does. Or maybe Goof is talking about her DD PB compared to her Saboba's Legacy PB? I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I don't really know what to expect from this particular race.
Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, Goof says Paige has a 132 versus Nacho's 137 here. So this could be
Wow, that
kind of a
suggests.
blowout.
Yeah. Interesting.
Now, this is a short enough track where one death, you can't really recover it.
Yeah, maybe Nacho just doesn't play this track very much.
Yeah, possible. Diddy has a lot of very specific stuff, it feels like.
It's a new lap record.
It's not really a just fundamentals will get you by sort of track.
Yeah, it's quite a technical track. I think it's considered by the majority of the community to be one of the most difficult tracks, actually.
Yeah, you've got this starting hairpin, which is a lot tighter than it looks. This shortcut, boosting through it, is pretty difficult. And then the chicane at the end of this tunnel that Paige is about to head through is pretty nasty. The turns after it aren't hard by themselves, but trying to keep your heat up and actually gain heat so you can have a fire finish at the end is very difficult.
Yeah, I think the countdown's been given already, so I don't know if this is the actual race or...
It shouldn't be. It looks like the players are now actually waiting for the countdown. There's about a 20-second delay on SpeedGaming, so... Looks like this will be the real start. Get them synced up.
Yeah, definitely a technical track and difficult to manage your heat correctly on this. It's difficult to overheat, actually, at the line. Oof,
Yeah.
hey, just narrowly avoiding death on that section at the start.
Yeah. We'll probably be unable to use all of her heat because of the lost boosts there.
It's a new lap record.
Yeah, it's a difficult track to get a really, really good time on, especially in a tournament race situation, I think.
For sure, yeah, a track this short and technical. Paige behind by 3/10 only on that first lap. And has already made it up. Oh, man, as I say that, why do I open my mouth?
That was a weird death, actually.
Yeah, clipped the wall. Died before the chicane.
It's a new lap record.
Yeah, just so many ways to losing time on this track in tournament. So it's a track you've got to feel pretty confident on, I think, to play it.
For sure, although I think that may have bitten Paige a bit.
Yeah, sketchy technique really for that section, just jumping over that little ledge between the sections of the track.
Another crash at the end, yeah.
It's a new lap record.
Yeah, a lot of weird deaths really there. Well, I mean, according to Goof, that's basically Nacho's PB there.
Yeah, Goose mentioned Nacho had a 137 PB, so that's gotta have been at least close, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that kind of goes to show. I mean, Paige with a 132 PB and didn't win this race, so
Yeah, just took it very aggressive and ended up slamming a wall. Just how this game goes.
so yeah, we'll get another pick from Paige since she lost the that track. So the loser always picks the next track, and the winner, after a temporary pod ban, is able to ban a temporary additional track just for that race.
And it is the same temporary bans as last time. Paige striking Bullseye Navoir and Nacho striking Malastair 100. This is a pretty dire situation even at the start of this match now, if you're a Paige fan.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what Paige wants to pick here. She does have force points she can still use, of course.
Yeah, and we'll hopefully start doing that before she runs out of chances for them. They've got 4 forces, both of them, this match, and it's a first to 6, so yeah, if Paige started using 1 force per track now, she would be able to use all of them.
Maybe some vengeance or something like that. What do you think?
Back again, huh?
I'm not sure. I mean, Bunta training is like the obvious pick, but that's gone. She could just salty run back Doug Derby, honestly. Vengeance would make sense. I believe you're right that she has a strong time there. I'm totally blanking on what I was preparing for her to do when I had my match against her. It was so long ago.
What? You think you're gonna be
Well, looks like
Sebulba with
vengeance has
that
been picked.
pod racer of yours?
Well, there you go.
I am betting heavily on Sebulba.
And no forces
He
still.
always wins.
Nacho says yuck. But kind of had to expect that.
You're gonna lose unless you upgrade your pod racer, I think. Fui Paniaga!
Well, while we're waiting for players to warm up, I'll pull up Goof's sheet and we can see where Paige is strong.
You think you're gonna beat Sebulba with that pod racer of yours? Ah! You banna pihota, Mindia, huh?
Yeah, I was thinking the only other one I was thinking was Sebulba's Legacy, but that's banned. That's been banned by Nacho, so.
Right. I want to say Executioner, but I don't want to look like a fool and forget that Paige is actually bad on Executioner or Surprise Surprise or something. Let's see how the players look in warm-ups here. Vengeance has to be the hardest track of the amateur circuit. Definitely a pretty big wall, big step up from the rest of the tracks before it.
Yeah, I would say it's one of the most difficult ones, I would say. Certainly in the amateur circuits. Although that said, maybe hard tracks are good for some players. Maybe for a player like Paige, perhaps it's a good pick.
Yeah, somewhere where Nacho can crash a bunch would be nice, because it looks like Nacho's had the upper hand in terms of consistency so far.
It's a new lap record.
Is Nacho playing this at 60 FPS? How is he surviving the tunnel? It's kind of incredible.
Yeah, it looks like he's on 60 and Paige is on 48. I think 60 FPS is okay actually on this track.
Yeah, I guess with the lowest traction part, I thought that for some reason I had it in my head that at 60 FPS you couldn't avoid the death laser, but apparently I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think it's just more difficult. I think. I guess it's the balance between that and kind of not flying all over the place, so you kind of collide into the rocks or the walls of the tube, I suppose.
Right. Okay, and this looks like the real start.
Yeah, hopefully Paige can pull out a win here. It'd be very helpful, I think.
Yeah, something to boost her confidence. You don't want to fall into a death spiral and just take loss after loss.
Yeah, she does look a bit shaky though.
Well, Nacho crashes, so she can afford a little bit of shakiness.
Tilted look back.
Always funny when somebody does that. Oh, and another one. Oh, jeez. Nacho is in some serious trouble now.
Well, Paige almost took a death actually with that rock near the end of the tube, but fortunately survived it.
Yeah, maybe just some better track experience giving her the reaction on that.
Yeah, 103 first lap from Paige. That's definitely a respectable first lap time. A good pace, really.
Yeah, for sure. And puts her far ahead of Nacho, who had a high 112. Pretty bad hairpin for Paige. Scraped the wall the whole way. So Nacho may claw back a second or so.
Maybe. I don't know if it's that significant, actually. Yeah, Paige not really taking full advantage of the tube's high-speed terrain, just kind of trying to use all the heat through every part of the lap, really.
Yeah, that is a little odd. She definitely didn't need to be on that high of heat. And it looks like Nacho is doing about the same, though, so by comparison, I don't think she's losing time.
No, I mean, that was a good second lap, really, from Nacho.
And I think, actually, Nacho's lap records are real. So that may have been a true PB. And Paige is through probably the scariest of the two.
Yeah, Paige to lose.
Yeah, she should be fine here. This will be her first track win.
Yeah, very respectable time, really.
307, very, very solid. All right. We'll see what Nacho has cooked up for us. I would assume that we won't see any forces out of him yet.
10-band bowls, so probably something something normal.
Yeah, especially since now this year we can't do no upgrades forces, which is actually, I think, kind of a nerf to Nacho in particular. Nacho is sort of a no upgrade specialist.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. But yeah, as you say, there's no upgrades in this year's tournament. Spiceline Run, yeah, from Paige. That's the 10th ban. I don't know how good Nacho is on full upgrades there.
On no upgrades, I have no idea. I can tell you that he has a PB on Spice Wine Run that's 2 seconds faster than Paige's.
Hmm.
Okay, looks like Scrapper's Run.
Oh,
Back again, huh?
got some additional pot bans.
That's spicy. Okay. So
Décommune,
Nacho
Nicolas,
temp
c'est
bans
normal,
Bulls,
réseau
but
des
then
bails.
uses the Force to ban Ben and Mahonic. So the Bulls looks like a throwaway, but now is actually forcing Paige onto something weird.
Do you know, I didn't want to say it, but I had a funny feeling that he was going to ban Ben's pod with a Force, but I don't know about the track. It's an interesting track pick.
Is a little odd, yeah, because Scrappers isn't the most difficult track in the world, which you would think you would normally get higher equity by forcing someone onto a weird pod on a hard track.
I guess he wants to go either Aldar, Mars, or Alan, I guess. So it's a pretty specific pick. I think that's the idea.
True, yeah, Mahonic would be sort of the fastest, safe pick. I don't know what to expect from Nacho here. I think Beto is theoretically the fastest. Oh, thank you, Droopy. Droopy is actually the real tracker for this match. I'm terrible at this and will never in my life remember to update the score unless Droopy reminds me.
Well, I didn't remember either, so I think shared blame, really.
Okay, they're both going Beto. It's definitely the sketchiest of the pods who are left.
Yeah, interesting pick, really.
And this has to be pretty spooky for Paige. If Nacho has practiced Beto here at all, he should have a pretty significant advantage. Beto is just such a difficult pod to control.
It's a new lap record.
We're seeing Paige's just exploding constantly here. Is she gonna change? Okay, we're gonna try Elan. A little slower, but probably a little easier to use.
Yeah, Elon has better at turning than Beto. That could make the difference.
And I don't think that Elan is enough slower that it will matter. Like, if Nacho dies, for example, Beto's speed is not going to be high enough that it just makes up that death if Paige stays clean.
Yeah.
But it looks like she's changing pod again. Oh no, just going back for more traction, maybe?
Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, that's pretty low traction he's got on there.
Yeah, that is the trick with Elan. His traction is horrible.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think R20 or whatever she was on was a good idea.
And we're off.
Yeah, Nacho playing on 24 FPS actually on this track.
I wonder if that's just so he can make use of sliding with Beto. You really need to drift these turns hard because Beto's turning is so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Seems a little frightening, but there you have it.
Ooh, that was pretty aggressive there by Nacho. Just coming off the boost a bit too late, hitting the wall.
And he's ahead by a 10th. This is very, very close. Both managing not to underheat, which can be a little tricky through that first section there.
Yeah, they both did pretty well there, I thought.
Much better turn for Nacho there this time.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Paige takes a bomb.
It's a new lap record.
Yeah, we see Aldar's strong boost duration just coming in handy through this section. That might make the difference.
Yeah, it's put Paige a full second behind now.
Yeah, Nacho's preparation might make the difference here.
As long as nothing terrible happens. Didn't want to say it, but nothing terrible happens, so it's fine.
It's always there as an if, isn't it?
It's a new lap record.
Yeah, I did feel like it was going to be kind of back and forward between these two. That's sort of what I'd expect really from this match.
Yeah, and well, right there, I mean, as Ace said, that was really just pod difference. It looked like they both raced a pretty solid race, but Vita's just that little bit faster.
So that's 3-1 now. So it's a first to 6 this match. It's a best of 11.
Yep, we'll see what the pick is from Paige. We're banning one sandage this time, which could suggest a desire to go to a skip.
Or maybe not.
Or yeah, or it's just a bait, and Paige wants Nacho to ban Abyss, and she's going to go somewhere else.
M100. Yeah, he's sticking with the same temp ban.
I like that a lot. Sticking to his guns. That's if he'd banned Abyss, you know that it would have been Malistaire 100.
But yeah, I don't have a clue. Oh, interesting. I didn't expect that. Inferno skips.
Yeah, huh. Okay.
It looks like you were right.
And it was a skip, but Juan's not the pod for this skip. I actually have no idea what either player's time is here. It looks like Nacho has a 20, well, almost 28 here in tournament, and Paige has a 29.8 here.
Yeah, I think I associate Inferno skips more with Nacho than Paige. Although I think I have seen Paige doing it.
Yeah, Inferno skips feels like sort of a common pick. It's not too difficult to learn the basic version of it, so it's something that you can pull out if you suspect your opponent will be just not ready for it.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of skips in this game that are not tourney viable. But yeah, this is one that is, I think, for most players.
Yeah, it's mostly consistent-ish, kind of, until you think it's consistent and then you explode. And then horrible things happen.
I think a lot of it just comes down to like Mars's slightly different hover height, which seems to make the difference for him on skips.
Yeah, that, and I think the large hitbox helps him. I think you are right that this is more a Nacho thing than a Paige thing. Paige has been struggling a bit here in warm-ups.
Well, I mean, she has picked it, so you'd think she'd be prepared on it.
Yeah, you would hope. Nacho's now just driving back up,
Keeps that.
which is solid prep. I respect the game.
Yeah, yeah.
Paige does not. She looks
Poor
like
donkey.
unsure where the spot to ride up the wall is. She's going a little too early.
Yeah, Nacho obviously just seems confident about this, I think.
Yeah, he looked very comfortable on the first couple of attempts he did, and
I'd like to see him do the skip backwards there. I don't know if I can do it.
that would be something.
Yeah, let's see what Paige is doing.
Okay, Nacho's decided.
Yeah, I think she's just not quite getting the angle, and she's a bit too far back. I think that's what she's doing wrong.
Yeah, she's trying to ride up the wall a little too early, like after the turnaround.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's where she needs to go.
Yeah, that looks better. I don't know if either player will go for the crazy strats here.
As dramatic and fun as it would be, for their sakes, I hope they don't. The in-roof turnaround is super sketchy and inconsistent.
Yeah, so yeah, countdown's gone through on our end, so just wait for the stream delay, and hopefully we'll see them start at the same time. I mean, I hope this isn't Nacho's real attempt.
That would be
Bit
kind
suspicious.
of an interesting, kind of a throw, I guess, is what you'd call it.
Yeah, this is the real race now. So. Well, almost synced.
This is close enough, I'm not going to bother sync pausing it. Okay, Paige ends up on the other side.
Yeah, so Paige makes it, but with a death, apparently. It's different.
Oh, but Nacho takes a death himself. Paige goes too far back again, and is gonna die but make the lap. I think Nacho still just has it?
I think, yeah, Nacho... Yeah.
That was closer than it should have been. But there you go.
You just can't predict these skips, honestly. But yeah, it's getting a bit rough for Paige actually now. That's going to be 4-1.
Yeah, 4-1 is a pretty brutal deficit to try and make up.
I think particularly on these shorter tracks, it feels kind of worse because it's such a quick. Like if you lose on them, then it's like you lose a point in like 5 minutes. So.
Right. Yeah, it's you're right. You don't have time to reset your brain and try to untilt afterwards.
But yeah, I'm just wondering what Paige is going to actually start picking there. Duck Derby run back.
Okay. That may be her strongest remaining pick. Nacho not prepared for that. You're never ready for the run back. I don't know why.
Not sure. I'm just not sure about this pick.
Well, yeah. I mean, in theory, Paige is much stronger here.
I think if she can not die, then yeah, I think she probably will win this track.
Yeah, it's really just a matter of can she deal with the nerves and keep it together. But when we were here before, I mean, even with minor mistakes, Paige was significantly faster on pace. It was just that crash, and then the race was basically over.
Yeah, some pretty strange deaths there, really. Just really just seemed to occur from just pressing the slide button at the wrong time.
Oh, we'll see what happens this time. How consistent she's able to keep it.
It looks like Paige is suffering from the same thing I am in the tournament, which is game crashing, which is not fun.
The game loves to do that, especially when you've been playing for a while. Isn't there some memory leak issue that does that?
I'm not exactly sure. I just know that it occurs from the Steam version of the game.
Yes. Yeah, that's why we recommend people buy it on Good Old Games. Oh, in reality, it's kind of a miracle that this game runs on modern hardware at all, given how old it is.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I didn't play for about 7 years actually because of that reason.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, Paige making that same mistake actually every time. I've seen her do that on that section.
Falling down onto the ledge after the hill? Yeah.
Yeah, I think she needs to stop doing that.
Yeah, that edge really likes to crash it.
Or she just needs more height so she can jump over it.
She is getting weirdly low height, actually, yeah. Huh. Usually you're more worried about slamming into the roof of the tunnel.
Yeah, I guess it's a tricky one. I think they're off.
Yeah, but, oh, and that's unfortunate. To start, the real one, Paige crashes on the shortcut.
Yeah, that was a very aggressive first boost. It was kind of a bit more early and unnecessary than it needed to be, I think.
And it looks like her response is to start playing even more aggressively. That line for the tunnel looked terrifying. Okay, but Nacho explodes on the hairpin.
Well, that makes it interesting. Looks like Nacho's still ahead, interestingly.
Yeah, I think probably because of where Paige crashed, she wasn't able to immediately reboost, whereas Nacho was. It's a very sketchy corkscrew for Paige.
Yeah, we'll have to see if she can make up some pace on this final lap. Oh, well,
Oh, well, with that she can.
I mean, that's one way of doing it.
Just let the commentators curse your opponent, and then it's easy. Okay,
Yeah.
she just needs to keep it together here. Oh, this is actually very close.
I think she might have it. Yeah.
Yeah, wow. That was way closer and more dramatic than it had any right to be.
Yeah, I mean, not particularly good times from either of them, but I think maybe just in that last lap, Paige's extra pace maybe just made the difference there.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well,
4
all right.
2 now. So we have a match on now.
We do have a match. Signs of life from Paige. But we'll see what Nacho is going to throw out here. He's already shown that he's got some kind of sketchy counter picks, so.
He's already 10-band bullseye.
Okay.
which is actually different to what he did before. He banned
yeah.
Bowl this time. Paige immediately banning Grabvine Gateway.
I cannot blame her for that.
Now, FMR. I don't know. We're not going to see MFMR because Nacho won that one. So
Yeah, we're just going to straight up Howler Gorge. Nothing weird. Oh, it looks like Paige actually had this in her prep, and Nacho did not realize.
ooh, that could be interesting.
Yeah, this could be a pretty close race here as well.
Yeah, I'm just struggling to know what to expect from any of these races, to be honest.
Yeah, all I really have to go on is PBs, where Nacho is, again, about 2 seconds faster here than Paige. But in tournament, Paige has the better best time.
What's Nacho's best time here? According to the leaderboard.
His actual PB, according to Goof's sheet, is a 3:19, which is a very respectable time. Versus Paige has a 3:21. But if she's been practicing this more recently, that may be out of date. I know Paige has been leveling up quite a bit this tourney season, has been putting up some very, very strong times on new tracks that she hasn't been practicing as much or hadn't put as much time into previously. Nacho hasn't been posting new times at all, to my knowledge, so it's not super sure what his practice prep has been like.
Oh, well, it'll be interesting to see what comes out of this race then, I think.
Yeah, I'm just not sure what to expect. We'll see what this first lap time is here in warm-up. We won't see what this... Again, why do I say things? Howler is a pretty chill track, with the exception of the tent shortcut, of course, and then the ice tunnel hairpins can be pretty nasty right before the big jump. Pretty hard to keep your heat through there. Nacho is showing us all of the weird places to die, I guess?
Yeah, is this how all these skips are found? Just people doing strange things?
I think probably at least one skip that we still use was found that way.
I think I found a few doing that.
It's funny, the expectation versus reality. I was... this is also how, like, Tears of the Kingdom speedrunners find stuff. They just press 2 buttons at once and see what happens. Okay, but we're off. Quick sync pause in. We'll see how
I
this
hope
goes.
let's do sea tunnel strats. Ah, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, are both of them taking the left side there? Nacho actually took the... Oh, this was one not just better. Okay, I should be expecting Nacho to do better. But Nacho took that ice tunnel a little bit better, which will put him slightly ahead.
Yeah, we see slightly different boost patterns appearing here for this section.
Paige narrowly avoiding disaster.
It's a new
Yeah, they're
record.
both going into the tent with high heat, which is good.
Yep, and very clean into the tent for both of them, which you like to see. Nacho, it looked like he was about a second and a half faster on that lap.
Yeah, he looks slightly more prepared than Paige here, I would say. Just avoiding the ceiling.
See how this ice tunnel goes. A little wide for Nacho, but a little wide for Paige too.
Yeah, they both did pretty well there, actually. It's quite a tight section of turns there.
For the most part, very clean racing from both of them. Nacho is just eking out a little advantage by taking slightly better lines.
Yeah.
It's a new lap record.
Oh, nice.
And very clean on the tent again for both of them, but Nacho once again looked like he gained another second or so on that lap.
Yeah, he does look prepared, actually, on this track, I would say. Oh,
Well,
I'm sorry, Nacho. That sucks, you know.
they just shouldn't have commentary over these matches. We're just ruining their runs. But Nacho is not that far behind right now. Even a semi-minor mistake from Paige, he could actually make up this time.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Paige is on quite a lot of high heat as well. But I don't know if it's going to be enough.
No, we'll see. Paige got into a little bit of trouble in this ending section on the first lap. We'll take it clean here.
Yeah, it's a bit of a heartbreak, really.
Yeah, that's gotta be disheartening for Nacho. He was racing some very respectable, very clean laps, and then just takes that death on the bridge.
It's good in terms of the match, though, because that takes it 3-4. So
Yes, if you are a fan of longer matches, then Page Breaking Serve is excellent. Alright, what else does Nacho have for us? Bullseye temp ban again. I would expect to see Grabvine again, because nobody wants to go to Grabvine without Bullseye. Yep, there it is.
maybe Howler run back? Oh no, Spice Mine run.
That was... Page did ban that before. Let's look at where the PBs lie here. Nacho, in theory, has a 2-second faster PB than Page here.
Yeah, I think this is more the kind of thing I was expecting from Nacho, really.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. This is... Spice Mine's not the hardest track in the world, so Page on fundamentals should be fine here. But the ending of lap 3 in particular should be
You come
the
back,
place to
huh?
look for where a lot of time could be gained or lost. It's very difficult to keep your heat up through the final tunnel.
Ben always sounds so happy to get started in his races today.
You know, I think I would be pretty happy too if I had something that could go that fast. I'm just glad he's having a good time.
I don't know. I mean, even if you're like the best pod racer ever, like you're still gonna die probably in 4 races. So I don't know if it's such a good
Oh,
thing.
that's true. At least he'll die happy? I don't know. Does that make it better? Maybe not.
Hopefully, he doesn't do that in the actual race.
Yeah, hopefully not. Those edges in the mines section are so weird. The turns are in theory easy, but the way that the track geometry looks so sharp, it feels easier than it should be to crash in there.
I think it's just the game's just been made by a sadist who just wanted like these really like pixelated textures that are easy to clip.
Yeah, and one especially where the collision just does not match the visual at all. You always love dying to invisible walls and rocks that are 5 times larger than they appear.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things that you have to play the game for about 10 years before you like learn where they all are.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, until then, you just kind of suffer, really. Actual race, I think.
Yeah, that should be it. Okay. The tiniest of sync pods is in.
Yeah. Question is, where's the dozer going to be on that 3?
Oh, that is a good question. I don't think either of them did manipulation, huh?
We'll find out when they get to the bottom of this section. Possibly. Yeah, the mine cart's at the bottom, so that's maybe not a good sign.
Yeah. So depending on their pace, that could be an almost guaranteed death on lap 3.
Yeah, this is pretty close, actually. They are on similar pace here.
So Nacho looks like both a little ahead and on lower heat.
Yeah. Paige, I would say, didn't do quite as well in the last section of that first lap as Nacho.
I will take your word for it. My eyes were on Nacho's screen, and he looked fairly solid through there, which would explain the about 4/10 lead.
Yeah, so we'll be able to see where the minecart is after this fast terrain uphill section, which will give us some clues as to where the lap 3 dozer is going to be.
And similar to the last track, I think you put it best when you said Nacho looks very prepared. He just looks very confident, not at all shaky on these turns, knows where everything's going to be.
Yeah, I don't think either of them use the cutscene manipulation this track.
No, yeah, I think you're right. I think they both just hit restart and went for it.
So yeah, that's gonna be fun games when we get to that on the 3rd lap.
It's a new lap record.
I wonder if they're aware of that. Actually, that's going to be the key thing, I think.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
And then Paige might not actually get into trouble because her pace is...
Oh my goodness.
Nacho shouldn't still be alive. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, he was on just good enough pace for it to be in the way there. Paige just actually being slightly behind actually kind of helped her in a sense.
Well, and I think actually literally too, Nacho was pretty far ahead, but taking that bonk and losing the boost has actually put things much closer than they were. We'll see how this final tunnel goes.
Yeah, we're now to that difficult section of the third lap where they have to use all their remaining heat before the finish line, which is always difficult to do. So one more turn from Nacho. Looks like he's going to take this race. And a nice time as well. Wow, that was actually very close.
Another race within 2 seconds.
Yeah, that was a
Very
good
even match.
Yeah, very respectable times for both players.
And this will be Paige's final pick. This is, or no, not her final pick. Potential final pick. It will be. Sorry,
I think it
no.
is
This will
Paige's
be her
final.
final pick. I said
Yeah,
it right the first time. Should have confidence.
yeah. This will be Paige's last pick since she's lost that race. But after that, assuming that she wins, she's going to have to win on all of Nacho's picks. And this is also match points. So yeah, this is definitely Nacho's match to lose now.
Yeah, triple match point for Nacho. Not a place where you want to be.
Yeah, definitely not what you want to see.
Paige bans Mars. Nacho bans Malister 100. Once again, I gotta respect Nacho just always striking Malister 100. Do not ever let Paige go there.
You'll not find a better deal anywhere, I think.
No Mars as well.
Yeah, possibly suggesting a skip, maybe. Gauntlet skip would be the Mars pick that's still in. I think Mars can do Abyss,
Have
but...
you seen my
Oh, well,
chance
there's
to-
Abyss skips.
Ah, interesting. Oh,
Wait.
with a load of extra pod bands.
I guess she's just tossing... Yeah, these are weird pod bans for a skip on Abyss, but I guess she's just using up the force points, because it's the last pick.
I don't know. Okay, so yeah, we got no Mars, Abyss skips, and then Paige has temp banned
You
Ben
never lose
and
unless you
Bowles,
upgrade your pod racer, I think.
and Beto and Mahonic.
So it'll be a normal Abyss skips, I think, right? They'll
Yes.
just both pick one, and then it'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, so after all that, it's just throw away.
Yeah, just using them up.
Watto agrees. Yeah, so we can expect Juan probably.
Yeah, should be. He should be the fastest and also just the easiest. Now we'll see if either of them go for any of the variants of the skip. There are a few things you can do to make this go faster.
Yeah. I just hope Paige isn't picking this just because she's like, I just want to get this match done over with.
Yeah, I would hope not.
Only because I don't know if Paige has done loads of this.
She looks reasonably solid. Certainly less shaky than on Inferno earlier.
Yeah, she does actually.
Nacho actually failed to skip once in warm up there.
Yeah, we should probably reiterate she has to win this one. In fact, she has to win every race at this point.
Yeah, 3 in a row, 2 of them on Nacho's counter picks if she wants to win this match.
Hmm. I mean, they seem pretty equal actually in warm up.
Yeah, we'll have to see how the real race goes. Sometimes once you hit the start button, the jitters come in, and then all of a sudden you find yourself on a penalty lap that you did not want to be on. I actually wonder if either player knows how to do the recovery if they do fall down to the penalty lap.
Yeah. Does this skip work with no upgrades?
With no upgrades? I don't know.
I was just gonna suggest for anyone who is new to this game who hates Abyss, it might be a good idea to just do that skip.
Oh yeah, learning this skip is way easier than learning how to do Abyss. That's a full track anyway.
I think it's the track that everybody remembers this game for, that they hate doing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid playing this, I would make my dad do this track for me because I never could beat it.
I've got a funny feeling I did that. Alright, so they should be getting started in just a second. Oh no, that's not good.
No, it's not. Nacho does not get onto the climb.
Just got the wrong angle there. Just start. And that could be just what Paige needs here, if she can just get another lap in. Oh no, that's
a little too fast, but I think Paige is still...
no,
she's
that's
behind. What a way to go out. Man, it was all lined up and then just pushes the throttle a little too hard.
I mean, yeah, that's what can happen on these skips. I think Nacho just kept it together there, really, and just didn't panic, and that seemed to make the difference.
Yeah, it was a good recovery after sort of failing for the first skip.
But yeah, that's going to be it for this match. So yeah, I think Paige will finish in third place, I believe.
Yep, I'm in third.
Yeah,
Wait.
welcome runners.
So badly today.
No. What? What was that?
Nick, sorry, could you repeat that, Nacho?
I already forgot what I said. Well played. Well
You said
played.
something. You too.
Yeah, GG's runners. That was a very dramatic match. A lot of very close races in there.
Yeah, that was really intense on some of those. Really close.
Yeah, Paige, what would you have picked had you have? Well, I guess actually you'd have only had one more pick anyway, didn't you? So I suppose you probably saw everything there. Yeah, Nacho,
Yeah.
what would you have picked, or would you not like to say at this stage?
Probably best for you to hold stuff for lightning.
Probably. Let's be real.
That's fair.
He's gonna edit this and be like, "Ooh, say something, please." No.
Oh, true. Yeah, he does edit all of these VODs.
I don't think so.
Yeah, just man, that I played so questionably on some of those.
Yeah,
Doug
it's like
derbies.
Yeah, I was really mad when he did a run back. I'm like, no, I don't want to go back here.
Yeah.
And then of course I died
should've-
twice that time.
Yeah, I should have won that first one. I played really rough on that.
See, on
Inferno
warm-up,
skips, I also just completely bottled it.
see, on warm-ups for Doug Derby, I was like, oh shoot, I haven't been to this track in ages, so I remember this. But I just played it super safe.
I can't turn off playing aggressive. It's just not how my brain works.
It comes with age.
Yeah, Nacho. I mean, like for someone who hasn't played Doug Derby, I mean, you almost got a PB, didn't you, on that first race?
I did,
he
yeah.
almost did.
I mean, it's a 137, so it's like whatever. But yeah, being that close to it, that's not too bad. I just can't do the boost hold on the shortcut part at the beginning of the lap. It's so hard.
What traction and frame rate do you play on?
Let me check. I do 30-80.
Okay, I do 30-60, and it helps a lot. You have to slide a ton.
Okay. I'll have to test it out later. Noted.
How are you feeling about facing Lightning Pirate for the grands for the lower bracket, Nacho?
Well, that's going to be a tough one. Because I think he... Let's see. If I go back... Yeah, he won against me 5-3 last time. And I think that was just because of me playing too aggressively. But since then, I have learned to not play as aggressive and actually...
Since then, it was a month
take my
ago.
time. I know! It's great. Nice and like sink it in. But yeah, I'm feeling more confident now. Since last
Yeah, you definitely
time.
got a solid shot here.
And how do you feel, Paige, about your performance today? You
I
happy?
definitely feel like I underperformed. This match, I think, should have been more of a coin flip, but
Agreed.
it
You can get
happens.
me in some of those, like Vengeance.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't even to John or complain, but I haven't had the time.
That's fair.
But that's really all there is to it on my end. I wish I'd had more time to practice.
You still did some nice times, I thought. I thought your Vengeance time was good.
Yeah, I definitely can do better there, but that was not bad.
That was what, a 307 on your end?
Yeah, I have a 305.
Okay, that's still pretty good.
Yeah, I took it pretty safe, especially on heat.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I took you on Howler.
Man, I cut it too close when you're going on the off-road part, like right before the bridge. And I cut it too tight, and then I somehow clipped the bridge.
Yeah,
I was like, no!
yeah,
nothing
happened. Nothing happened in commentary during that time, I should mention.
Yes,
No
that was
Nothing at
so
all, huh?
Nothing happened.
Definitely not. Yeah.
I'll have to watch that back and verify that nothing happened.
Oh, I'm not watching this one back at all. Nope.
Well, it should be said on a couple of Nacho's picks, those, I believe, both Scrapper and what was the other ones? Spice Mine were both within 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Scrapper was entirely the pod selection. I played a very clean Elan run.
Yes, yeah, just lost a little time to beat us better boost.
Yeah, I tried Beto at the start of warm-ups, and then I haven't played him at max upgrades enough in so long
Yeah, that's fair.
that I had to go to the more comfortable pod and hope that you bonked somewhere.
Yeah, what were
Probably
you
very
using,
cool.
like, TFPS when you were trying Vita?
42-100 or 42-80.
Ooh, okay.
I think you used 24, weren't you, Nacho?
What's
that
up?
track? I think you used 24, didn't you, on Beto?
Yeah, I went 24-600.
Okay. Yeah, when I switched to Elan, I did 42-100,
Okay,
which felt really good.
nice.
Man, in the end, I was pretty happy with my strategy. I just didn't execute.
Yeah, it was overall it was still a really good match though.
that was a
I
fun
really
one.
enjoyed myself.
So sad about that FMR. I was on PB pace 3 times in warm-ups.
I forget how many times did you
can't-
crash on that?
2.
Okay. Did I crash once?
Yes.
Okay. It feels like it's so long ago. I don't remember.
Now, I got a weird death lap 1 where I went off on the right side of the final lava section, but I got the good respawn and was able to go back on the main line.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it was very strange. Lap 2, I died on the pillar room, and then lap 3 was clean as hell in a flat PB.
Nice. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
what was it? Was it lap 1 for me? And I was taking the shortcut, and I just went too wide and smacked a big pillar.
I mean, if I can get 45-second laps that aren't super aggressive, that means I can push my FMR pretty far.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree.
But it means I'm gonna probably wind up grinding for a 450 or a 515.
Best of luck on that.
Thanks. I mean, the next time on the board is I have a 519, and then Gale is 4 seconds ahead with a 515.
Oh man.
So we'll see on that. Yeah.
I don't have anything else. I'm pretty good.
I've got to start getting ready for work anyway.
Yeah, well, GG's runners. It was a
GG's,
very
guys.
fun match.
Good luck in the finals, Nacho.
Thank you very much, Lightning. I'm coming for you.
I don't think he's here.
You'll see it in the editing.
Yeah. All right. Bye, guys.
Yeah, goodbye. And just real quick, for pod racing fans, there will be another match tomorrow night at 7. Looks like that's on the main Speed Gaming channel. That'll be Metallica versus Hellfire in the upper bracket.
Oh, I might be able to commentate that.
That's 9 Eastern, by the way.
Yeah, 9
Oh,
Eastern,
yeah, 9 Eastern.
7 Mountain, what have you for where you are.
2 a.m.
Have fun with that.
Unfortunate. All right, GG's runners. Good luck going forward, Nacho, and congrats on third, Paige.
Thanks.
Thank you.
May the force be with you guys.